Listen, tonight I have this diva beside me. Her name is Miss CEO, Alexis. She is a wife, a mother, an aunt, and a boss. She hails from Baltimore, be more stand up. And she is the epitome of a born hustler. Alexis has been a serial entrepreneur for over 16 years and is the owner of Luxury Salon Suites located here in Baltimore, Maryland. Not only is Alexis making her mark in the real estate industry, but she recently formed a partnership and purchased not one, but two. As we say in Baltimore, two yachts, okay, that are located in South Beach, Miami. You can book your next luxury yacht experience with Alexis, and she will tell you about it a little later in the show. Alexis has a passion for inspiring and motivating her community of entrepreneurs and is always looking for an opportunity to motivate others. You can find her on IG. Y'all see the IG for those that are on IG. Y'all hit that follow button. Come on, VIPs. Follow Damn Shame Podcast. Follow Alexis, the CEO. And you can also find her on Alexis_luxury_salon_suites. Welcome, girl.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. It is a pleasure to have you in the building tonight. I'm telling you, it's one thing to do these things virtual, but having it in person with the interaction, the energy, is just, that's why the show is called Big Energy. You know, when I met you, y'all seen the workout videos, okay? The girl being there, working it out, okay? Here come this one, looking as good as she want to look. And I'm like, well, damn, that's a damn shame. I need to be like her, okay? So she is definitely motivating me, but her energy was so big. Her personality was so big. And I just knew after talking to her instantly that I needed to have her on this platform and in the VIP lounge tonight. So I thank you for being here.
I thank you. It's like a sister I never had.
That's all right.
We were both getting beat up.
That's
worked out, but we said, honey, we got to talking, and we was like, yes, there's something.
That's it. That's it. And that's what it's all about. So look, tonight, like before we get into this show, who do we have here in the building tonight?
All right, let's start with Facebook. We have Terrence Scott, Sherry Springs, and Shannon Schofield.
All right.
Moving on over to Instagram, we have Coach Tyrone.
Hey.
Meaty 56, Big 202, Beans Still Rolling.
Hey.
Dre
That's
Day
what I'm talking about.
1985, JC Jones, Keith's Greatness, Calculate, BMXCA, Dwindle It, Danny with Mick, and we got a lot of other ones, but we're going to keep on going.
Thank you for my people for being on.
Thank you for Alexis people coming on. Be sure to hit that follow button on both platforms, Damn Shame Podcast and Alexis, Miss CEO.
Yes, Miss CEO.
Yes, Miss CEO, okay? Let me tell you, big energy, big vibes, okay? Big energy. And we going in tonight. So let's just get started. We have so much to unpack tonight. If you're anything like me, you come from humble beginnings. At an early age, you dream of someday having this success, right? And really being successful. I often thought about when I got money, I mean serious money. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do X, I'm going to do Y, I'm going to do Z, I'm going to have it all, okay? But let's keep it real. How often do we see people who go through the struggle really come out on top? Sometimes it seems like only the wicked prosper, right? And that's a damn shame, right? But so often, our circumstances get the best of us. It can range from our family dynamics to us not listening to the sound advice that was given to us during our upbringing. These things can detour or flat out delay us obtaining our dreams. That's a damn shame. But tonight, that is not the case with this diva here, okay? This queen here, let me tell you, she has managed to beat the odds and overcome adversity and make her mark as a successful entrepreneur. Hey girl, let's talk about it. What are your vibes? What are you feeling about tonight? Like your initial thoughts about our topic tonight?
I love our topic. I feel like it needs to be said because I feel like they only see the end.
Yeah.
And the things that you achieved once you made it. They don't see where you came from, what you put in it. They have a false perception of you and who you are.
Yeah.
And they think things make you now become better than, not knowing we all start from humble beginnings. It doesn't matter. Even if you came from wealth, sometimes you might don't have the ambitions. You might have family members that want you to go into another direction. You want to go somewhere else, and you have to really put yourself and say, no, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're not going to have your village behind you. They're not going to understand it. They're going to tell you, no, don't do it. This is not going to work. And it's going to be hurtful. And sometimes it's not going to work, but you're going to pick up and have to do it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So give us a brief backstory on, where you came from and how you got here.
I'm born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, West Baltimore, single
West
family
Side
home.
certified.
Yes, my parents was divorced. My mother was a single mother with 3 children. I was the only one out of 12 that, pretty much did something with herself, because my whole family was into drugs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But through all of that, I seen my mother still working. I seen my grandmother talking to me saying, no, you can do whatever you want to do. And me just dreaming, just sitting on a stoop on Division and Lafayette.
Hey!
Just when everyone else was playing like, no, I'm going to have this. I always wanted more. And it wasn't so much about the material things. I just knew I didn't fit in that room, whatever that might be. If I got one thing, I wanted something else. It started off, things. But then as I got older, I realized it was bigger than that. It was like, wow, I can really be this. And women can really be this. And I can be, wow, I don't have to, have a baby at 16. I can wait.
Yeah.
Like I can party and do this and do that. So I never had anyone really tell me you can. I just always thought. And because of that, I was, she thinks she cute. That bitch is bougie. Woo! I mean, it was all of that growing up. Because I wanted more for myself.
Definitely.
So
listen, do you think that family dynamics play a role in, where you are today or where people, land?
Absolutely. You need some support. And the good thing about you need positive and negative. Because the negative one's going to put the fire under you to make you get more. Yeah. So you're going to have those people who with you, who feel like they're with you, but then behind your back, they're not really with you. And then you got family members or even friends that say, you can do it, but wait a minute. Because a lot of it is fear.
Absolutely.
I'm fearful. I don't know how, because there's no plan. And then in our community, no one wants to do this. Absolutely. No one wants to help. No one.
Absolutely.
How did you open up this, girl? Somebody else. It's all a secret because we want to be the only one that's so-called on top. But we're never going to be on top until our whole community is on top. That's what we don't understand.
Yes.
We keep holding each other back. So
that's funny you should say that. So how do we change that enslaved mindset? Like where we can't, we're always feeling like we're held back and not.
Start one person at a time. First of all, start with yourself.
Yes.
Then start with the people in your household. And keep working on yourself. We all are work in progress. Because I'm going to tell you this one thing. It's no fun at the top. Who wants to be on a yacht by themselves? Who wants to be on first class and your girlfriends can't come? Who wants to, have these things and you feel like you're isolating everyone else because you have and they might don't have. So all you can do is encourage and say, listen, let me help you with this. Let me tell you. Everyone's not going to make it. But then everyone doesn't have to be on the forefront. Everyone doesn't have to be the CEO.
Yes.
Someone has to be in the background to make it all work, and we all are needed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So look, a lot of us, I know myself included, have had some trauma growing up, right? And that kind of, impedes us being successful.
Sure.
And being where we are. How do you overcome that trauma or get past that?
Well, no, I'm a big advocate for therapy. I mean, I think if you can't do it on your own, therapy is a wonderful avenue. Now, this is me now saying that. Of course, you got to get confident in that. You got to be confident saying, okay, I need help. Just to have someone to talk to that's not related to you, that's not a girlfriend, not a husband, someone that can just listen to you and understand. The thing about trauma is it's tricky because your trauma might not be good, like this is not enough trauma, or you didn't been through anything. It's all comparing to it. So just work on yourself. and then try to work on other people, but first work on you first. Don't put anyone before you, not even your children, not even your family, because you can't be the mother you want to be. You can't be the wife you want to be if you don't work on yourself.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Listen, how do you feel like there are many times where I really feel like I can't get my head off the pillow.
Right.
Like it's just too much. Life is lifing. It is too much.
Right.
How would you say, what are some tools that would help to push that person who just cannot get started with their day? I mean, just a bare minimum. Like, what can you tell them?
I mean, for the people who pray, you can say you can pray, you can journal. But number one, the first thing I open up my eyes is just be grateful.
Yes.
So before I get stuck on everything I don't have, I get stuck on what I do have.
Yes.
So before I'm thinking about, I can pick apart every single thing. I can, I want to get my nails done before I come on here with my makeup be. So let's go by what I do have going on today. So that's what I would do. I would just focus on the positive things instead of the negative. And then from that, the universe would just keep bringing it. But as long as you are ungrateful and you keep, harboring on, I don't have this, I don't have that, but you got more than the average person.
Yeah.
We got more than ever. You start traveling and look at these third world countries and look at you like, man, I'm not doing too bad. Even if you are living in the projects, go to Mexico and go to their projects. You'll find out
it's totally
good your projects
is.
Right. So I would say just hold on to the positive things in your life.
Yeah. Reflecting on the gratitude is definitely important. And I myself even had to start looking at that more because we get into that rut of woe is me, and you can't even really see the good in what you've gone through or what you've experienced in your day, and how it is. So I totally get it. What I'm finding is a lot of our young people don't really know how to overcome adversity. Like they have no coping skills.
No.
Like, they want to fall
apart. Where do they have the cope from?
Yeah, that's true.
Coping comes from pain. And what happens with parents who came from pain, we then shelter our children so they won't have to go through pain. I deal with that with my children. My children are very sheltered and almost to a fault. Because I went through all the pain. I don't want them to experience anything. So then, but you can't keep doing it. As some, you have to let them fall and you have to be there. But we don't want them to have to go through what we went through. Yeah. But they have to go through something and learn on their own. But it's gonna hurt. So as a parent, we want to do everything for you. Because our parents couldn't do it for us. Definitely. So but they all soft. Oh, every little thing is it's time to off yourself. I was saying, obviously we're not saying that, but I'm just. But saying,
it's real. Like, I just want to kill myself, and I don't want to live. And I'm like, bitch, get yourself together. Like, seriously, you have so much to be grateful for. So much to live for. So much more life to live.
Yeah, even to be born, it was a choice.
Hello.
Some people didn't make it.
Yeah, get together. Do some of those techniques. Even the young lady, and I find old ones too now. Yeah. It ain't just the young ones now. Yeah. So I listen.
They trying to live up to this Instagram image, live up to what they think everyone have instead of loving themselves for who they are, and that's a stigma that you can't end because you chasing something that you're never going to amount to. It doesn't matter. I want to look like this. Every day you get older, someone's being born and becoming 18 or getting younger. Or you can lose more weight than somebody else going to lose more weight than you. You get bigger breasts and someone else going to get bigger breasts. Yeah. So you just chasing instead of just being okay with who you are and actively working on it though. It's not going to be easy. Every day you got to look in and say, okay, bitch. I know I'm everything. Yes. And a lot, it might be offensive to people, but if I don't love myself, then
but there's so many things I know, for me and some others in my circle and probably some VIPs that are here. When we look at them in the mirror, there are things that we do not like about ourselves.
Absolutely.
And I would say to not let that cripple you. No. To not let that get you into such a depressed state that you can't move beyond it because it's nobody is perfect.
No, but that's an outweigh. It's relative. When I'm before I come on my period, I might think I'm a little bloated than others. It's like every day is a learning. You look at your car when it's clean, you like it more better than when it's dirty. Yeah. It's all relative. So you're not going to sit there and pick yourself apart trying to be this perfect person. So I would just say, hold on to the things that you love about yourself, not other people, what you love. It might be not even looks. It might be personality, the way you walk, the way your teeth is, the way you can work a room, or the way you get business done. So stop trying to look all the time superficial outside and look internally, and you'll start loving yourself more. Understand? Because my work, I took a long time to understand my worth had nothing to do with my looks. When I was younger, I always thought that, but as I got older, I found out, wow, really, I'm the shit. Why? Not because I'm cute, because I get shit done. Yeah. And I realized that I'm of value to this world, to my family, to my business, and anything I touch is going to work. Definitely. And you have to have a cocky personality like that. All the Damon Dashes, the Puffy, all of them have those personalities. Because weak people lose. Yeah. But is that a defense mechanism, do you think? No, because the bottom line is you have to be aggressive. Unfortunately, in this world that you have, that nice person will always finish last. I tell my children this always time. You can be respectful. That's a difference. But you don't have to be a pushover. A pushover, I am not. I better love you. I mean, we better have the same last name if I'm getting pushed over. I can't do it, because I have to love myself first. Yeah. So I just feel like we're running in this circle trying to make everyone else happy. Yeah. Instead of ourselves. And that's when it gets tricky. Even with family. I mean, you have to choose yourself first, your health first, and then everyone else second, because you can't be who you want to be to them if you don't love yourself. Absolutely. So let's get into, how to turn this dollar into 15 cents. How to make $1 out of 15 cents. Let's go there. Okay. All right, because you are Miss CEO. Okay. And I done read your bio, and honey, she got a lot going on. But listen. How do you transition from thinking, I can't do that, to I can do it? I'm going to tell you a story. About 15 years ago, I put fear. I was driving in the car, and I put fear in the driver's side seat, and I put the seatbelt on him or her, and I told it's over. Wow. I had a whole conversation about, I can't live like this no more. Wow. The only thing holds you back from being successful is fear. Even if it doesn't work. When I wanted to quit my job, I wanted to open up salon suites. Even my closest friends, family, why do you want to do that? I was working for Mercedes-Benz, making a ton of money, but I was away from my children. I was hardly home, working bell to bell. What do you want to do? This is what I want to do. Well, you can't do this, girl. It's not going to work. Where you're going to go work at, where you're opening up at the store. It was a vacant mall. Not too many people was in. I was like, it's going to work though. My spirit told me it was going to work. The only thing was holding me back was fear. But I had to check myself. I was like, fear is going to, everybody is not, don't go out here and quit your job. I'm not saying that. Listen, you don't want to do that. Girl, you don't have support. Right. But you can put down your business plan, and you could, every extra money you have, save that up to then open up your business. But if you never try, it will never work. It won't work. Only fear holds you back. We can go to a hair salon we never went to before and work on that. And she messed my hair up, I'll just never go back. But anything has something to do with us and making more money. Yeah, we can never do. We'll risk our life with a new doctor in Mexico to get a whole gastro bypass surgery, but you will not open up your own business. So that's profound right there. That's some real shit, because we will invest. I mean, motherfuckers is going across the country to get everything done. 9,000 your teeth, all done. But won't put that in the business and been waiting, save up for a new butt, breast, and it all look good. If you want to do it, go ahead, girl. But why not put that into your business and then invest that and then make money off of that and get that later? That's my only thing. Why not build your credit up, build your business credit up, build your portfolio, and multiple streams of income? If people look at me, this is not one stream of income. This is multiple streams of income. Absolutely. To be honest, when I first opened up my salon suite, COVID hit. I didn't have anybody in there for 6 months. Ooh. And I still had to pay the bills, get it going. Yeah. But I never let it fall to everyone else moving out. I stayed because I knew that it was going to work. Yeah. Because I knew. I don't care whether he knew, this person knew, I knew. Wow. And here I am 4.5 years later. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm telling you, get in those comments. Nightlife, what we got going on. Right.
King Buddha says, is it safe to say you got to have that nest egg before you can step out and start your own business? going in all 100%.
Absolutely, but you should have that next egg regardless. And I attribute this to my husband. When I first met him, I was spending. I always been a spender, and it's not a positive thing now. It was a negative thing. I always had the latest fashion, this and that. But my husband said, "Won't you save half your money? If I'm paying this, and then won't you save?" So what you can do is just start saving and start writing down your business plan. Your business plan doesn't have to have a lawyer to do it. Just think about your thoughts, what you want to do. You might want to be the best braider, the best, I don't know, teeth whitener, whatever you want to do. If it's a need for it, what I did is I used to have little cameras going to different salon suites in the area. It was one in Catonsville at that time, and I would walk in like I wanted to patronize them, and I was videotape. I would run home, babe, look, this is what I want to do. I was secretly videotaping to see how it would go.
Right.
I didn't know, and I wouldn't take that money and not pay your mortgage or your rent or your children's medical bills, but definitely save and don't let it go. If it's haunting and you're thinking about it constantly, that means the universe wants you to open it. That means the
I
universe wants you
definitely
to do
agree
it.
with that. But you know what? From a single perspective,
Sure.
it's just me.
Okay.
And I got to handle all this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? These lights, all this ring cameras and shit, all that. It comes from out of one pot.
Okay.
You know, so to hear somebody who has two pots, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It is kind of like, oh, bitch, you know, yeah, you got a husband.
And you know when people say that to me, I do like this. Bitch, how much your nails cost? How much that wig cost? How much them glasses cost? You gotta make sacrifices. You can say you don't have it, but you do have it for what you want to have it on. Now, instead of you buying that extra stuff, put $50 away here. Now, it is a difference when you have a spouse. That's not here and there, but nothing is guaranteed. So I would always say, just always try to save something, because we will go in the nail salon, especially now. I mean, when nails used to be $25.
Absolutely, but that
you will drop $200 to $50 with acrylic. Okay, all of that. So you just saving is imperative. If you don't save, your business will fall anyway, because you always have to have a backup. So I would definitely say save that vacation that you might would have took with your kids. Don't do it that year, because that not going that year is going to help you open up something else. That car that you wanted to get, maybe hold off on getting it. And because what's the biggest flex? You having a car now, or having it and not having to worry about it that your business is paying for. You might as well just wait, and it's never too late. I don't care if you're 80 years old, if you're 70. It's no age limit to doing what you really want to do. You can do it while you're at your desk at work. After people working from home.
Come on, nightlife. What's up?
It says sometimes having two pockets ain't enough.
Yeah. And it's just about, financially being sound with your choices and all of that.
That means you're living beyond your needs.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just what it is. If you have two income household and you're still struggling, that means you have things that you can't afford right now, and you need to cut back. It's just what it is.
Let's talk about a business plan and all of that for the people who don't know why we need it, and how that helps us.
You can't listen. It's a dream unless you write it down. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I can say right now, oh, I want to be an astronaut. I'm just saying a statement. What am I going to do to make this come true? So you have to write it down. Yeah. And once you write it down, you can, oh shit, maybe I don't need to be an astronaut. You really look into it like, maybe that's not the best thing for me.
Yeah, definitely.
So writing it down is just so you can read it every day, look at it, see what it's going to take, what sacrifices you're going to have in order to do it.
Absolutely.
So that's why I think the business plan is perfect. And you don't have to pay anybody to do it. This is something you can do with your own, budget it out, do market research, find out how much the furniture is going to cost, how much the dryers, how much is the average gas, electric, is the water going to be, how much is your rent going to be? Because most commercial leases are 5 to 10 years. So you're going to be bonded into that. And are you going to buy the building? So I would definitely say research, and just take your time.
Come on, nightlife.
This is from Coach Tyrone. He says, just love you two ladies. You are truly a great compliment to each other.
Thank you, Mr. Tyrone. That's our personal trainer. Yes, TKO personal training. Yes. Y'all better get y'all some. Y'all see the videos, okay? Yes. I hope that I'm inspiring. I be sweating and breathing hard and shit. Let me tell you. But I get through it, okay? It ain't nothing pretty about it at all. But we make it happen.
It's a fight every time I go in. I pray shit. And I leave out there and pray, and I have to work, especially a woman over a certain age. It's not gonna come easy.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep working on. It's the same thing. It's the same concept with business.
Yeah.
Put in the work, you're gonna get results. It took 3 years. I've been working on Mr. Ty 3 years. So it's not overnight. You have
Yeah.
to constantly do anything, constantly work on it.
Definitely. What about going to get some funding for your business from these banks and all of that? Like, what?
That's tricky because this is what the thing. The rule of thumb is you never want to finance debt with debt. So you don't want to take out a debt to finance a debt. That's not unless you are 100% sure have someone backing you that you know that they can help you with this project.
Yeah.
Because if you take out $15,000 and then you do all the construction, which is I'm just on the low end, and you don't have tenants for 6 months, then you got a payment on the loan and a payment on the property. So you might don't want to do that. It's better to just save. If not, get business investors if you can. Family, friends, you have promissory notes, get it notarized. There's someone that can help you and know, listen, when I get on my feet, maybe I'll give you 2% of the business, because most millionaires have business investors. They're not doing it on their own.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. Maybe you can take away something that one of your luxuries. So if you can replace a payment with a payment, that's good. So maybe sell your car and get one that's already paid for, then you can take that payment out and get a loan. Now you're not getting any debt for yourself because you had that payment anyway. It was just on a car. So now, it's on something else. But I definitely wouldn't get in a whole bunch of debt.
Wow.
If you have to, that's fine, but make sure your credit is good too, so you won't have to get hard money loans because you don't want your interest rate to be astronomical.
Absolutely.
And you never can pay it down.
Absolutely. Y'all, right. I hope that this is some valuable information for those that are looking to start your business. What about legitimizing your business, making it an LLC?
Drink on that.
Not just having a mom and pop shop and I'm gonna just do it and the motherfuckers come for a lawsuit and all that. Ain't nobody got time.
I'm gonna just speak on the salon suite business. I'm not gonna get into the rest.
Okay.
There's a difference between being a worker and a business owner. So anybody can feel how they feel. Just because you do hair does not mean you are a business owner. Half the young ladies, they have a cosmetology light, they have a nail light, but they don't have an LLC. They don't have a tax ID number. They're not paying. They don't even have business accounts. So only thing they're doing is hustling. Yeah. That's not a business. Why? Because you cannot use the equity from your business to purchase a home, to purchase a car, to do anything. You don't exist because the government doesn't know anything about it. So as long as you leave your business like that, you will never grow. Now people say, well, why you want to show the government? You can claim losses up to 5 years, sweetie. So you don't even have to let them know everything you're making, because everything, if you're paying me rent and you're paying for all of your supplies, these are write-offs. Yeah. So why not give them, I made 70, I grossed 30. And you're working another job, so you can take that W-2 for your 30 and W-2 off your job now, buy a house for $250,000. You can buy a car, you can walk in anything because they can see your money going through the bank. Yeah. As long as you holding it just to go out with your girlfriends, get your hair done, you are not a business owner, you are a worker. You're working backwards. You have to give the IRS that money. Period. You have to get a business license. You can't sell hair if you don't have a business license. It's against the law. You have to have a retail license to sell. You can do hair, you can be a braider. Yeah. But you still have to, anything over that's coming through Cash App, Zelle, all of that is reported to the federal government. Oh my God. If it's over like I think $600. Okay. So you're not getting away with it. Yeah. It's just better just to let them know this is what you're doing. Keep your receipts, claim your losses. When you're not buying a house, claim a lot of losses. Once you get everything you want. But just give them that little bit of money, because then you can walk into any bank and say, listen, because when I tell young ladies that move in, they say it's just a suite. I don't understand. If you're renting a suite and you're running your business out of it and you're making just as much money as you would a brick and mortar, who's winning? If you can do your business at 11 by 11 and your rent be maybe $1,000, why run out and get a hair salon where you're paying $6,000 a month just to say you have it? You're working backwards. You're not making any money. If you get the suite, it's 100% profit in your pocket. Once you're doing that, you don't have any overheads. Now, if you want the other young ladies to work for you, that's different.
They doing everything in these suites. They whitening teeth. They are giving massages.
But guess what? Who been doing that before us?
All of them.
All of them other people. Yeah. They've been doing it. They rent out offices that they really don't have offices. They're working from home. They're never getting these big overheads, and they keep them. If you can do, I don't do hair. They $260 for one wig put on.
These girls are winning. They winning. What? The guys too.
The guys and the girls are winning. They are winning.
Just think about personal training. You get a nice studio, something that is not that big, but just enough to, because you don't need a lot of equipment to really get an impactful workout in.
And because of COVID now, diseases, and no one wants to see you show your balls by your edges not right. I love the sweet idea, not because I own one, just because I don't like people. You know, when you're going to have something, feel like everyone's looking at
it's
you.
That
when you
go
to it's like a spa. When you go to a spa, you in your own room, it's private. So it's like you like it, but and you don't have any gas, electric. You don't have any of that. That all falls on me. You just pay one price for everything.
Wow. So you talked about the benefits of the tax write-off and all of that, and making sure that you pay your taxes. Here's another thing that I want to talk about. Women. They say that we, as women, do not make good business sound decisions because we operate out of emotion.
Okay.
That's some bullshit, right?
It's some bullshit, but there's some truth to that.
Okay, talk about it. Let's talk about it. 5
days before my period, 5 days after. I try not to make no rational decision.
5 days.
I mean, sometimes my husband have to, back in the day, I used to collect the rents for him in our real estate properties, and I couldn't because I was too emotional. Sometimes we can get too emotional. I don't think that has to do with a woman thing. That just has to do with personality. Yeah. Me, myself, I'm very personal. When it comes to my money, I can be crude. Because I give you what you're supposed to give, so I expect you to give me what I'm supposed to give. So I can be unfriendly. So I feel like sometimes men can be more diplomatic, but not all men. Some of them are feminine. Some of them, had that personality about them. So I think, but for women, I can say it's times that we are moodier than others. Why? Because we wear so many hats. We the mother, we the chef, we the cook, we the wife. We the manager at work. So it's a lot.
Come on Facebook and YouTube, get in those comments. Do you all think that women make good sound business decisions, or do you think men make better sound business decisions? Come on, IG, what y'all got? Share the live. Be sure to follow us. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Y'all already know about. Did y'all order y'all cocktails and mocktails yet? What the fuck are y'all waiting for? Come on, there's a whole vibe in here. Y'all are getting some free game tonight. I'm telling you. Who makes the better sound decision, a man or a woman, or are they equal? I mean, you're right. Emotions do play a part, especially when we have our cycles and all of that. But I always subscribe to, don't make any big major decisions until I know that the emotions are taken out of it. I had an investment property that I had, it was one that, I was holding on to because it was in the family and I'm trying to hold on and it wasn't a good business move financially. And so I had to take the emotions out. Sometimes we don't want to disappoint the people that are around us, our loved ones and all of that, but money,
and they're not the ones paying the taxes. I definitely
dollars make sense. So you got to do what's best for your pockets.
I'm gonna go with the business. Me myself. Business. When we're dealing with business, you're not my mother, you're not my sister. When it comes to business, that's just how I am. But I'm like that up front. Before the tenant moves in, before a family member, listen. I lay down the rules, but I never shake a hand. I need it in contract. I need it notarized. That's the type of person I am. I don't do you move in, we sign commercial leases here. That's just how I do. And that way you take the emotion out because you have a responsibility to me and I have a responsibility to you. So if your pipes bust in your unit, I don't have the right to say, I'll come back 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I'm on it too. I need to be accountable too.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say, I don't think it's a man or female with emotion, but sometimes it's good to have a person who you can talk to say, hey, do you think the way I handled this was correct, or should I maybe have said it in a different way? Because when you owe me money, I don't be thinking correctly.
Come on, Nightlife. We got some comments. We got some comments. Come on.
BMXCA said it depends on the person.
It really does. It really, really does. I'm telling you. It's all the ring lights and all that. We have hot flashes in the VIP lounge. All right, y'all just bear with us, okay? Listen. So let's just transition over into relationships, right? And, having a good business sound mind, it also funnels into relationships, that we have. And so can you describe what you think is a healthy relationship versus a toxic one?
Communication. If you don't have communication, it's no relationship.
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
I mean, communication, and this is why one of the things I'm in therapy, I can admit I don't want to talk about, but me growing up in the inner city of Baltimore, growing up projects, I was aggressive. I have aggressive notes. I talk to men in relationships very disrespectful because that's what my mother did. And that's no downfall to her. That's who she had to be to make it in Baltimore. So I had to learn to sometimes dial it back sometimes and swallow my pride, even with my children, even just, okay, sometimes you just have to listen.
Yeah.
Because a wise person told me one time, it doesn't matter what you say if your delivery is wrong.
Yeah.
So even if I'm right, if I'm disrespectful to you, you're not hearing anything but the disrespectful.
Yeah, because they instantly get on guard.
Instantly get on guard.
Yeah.
Instantly get on guard. So I would say for women, you don't have to watch your tongue, but sometimes you just have to think about what you're going to say and come back and say it. And sometimes don't even say it at all.
Because we are so I'm people in general, especially Black people, are so quick to pop off, and it's like
and enjoy it too.
Yeah, yeah. Let me get the shit off my chest, okay? Because I got some shit on my mind. I need you to hear, but it shouldn't be like that all the time. Sometimes it's necessary. Right. All right. Sometimes it's necessary. Right. But when you are in a relationship and you're trying to hone and grow that relationship and you care about the person, you know, it is best to just take a step back. Right. Don't say anything, kind of breathe, maybe count through it, do whatever coping mechanisms you have to do so that you can make sure that you are heard and your voice is heard. I'm on nightlife.
All right. So it looks like Dr. Home. Communication is key to a successful relationship, and it must be completely honest.
That's Dee Dee. Hey, Dee Dee.
This is the thing. Unfortunately, my therapist told me, I learned this from my therapist. You ever work at a job and your boss say something to you and you'll bite your tongue, grit, go home, but the people in our home who we love the most, who we need the most, get it the most.
They really do.
Because they're the ones that we feel more comfortable with. But the person on your job that's disrespecting you, that's not, that you'll eat it and take it because you feel like we have to. Yeah. So that's what we need to stop doing. We need to stop bringing all of our baggage, because that's what happens when you live with someone, because they're the ones that's going to get it. Sometimes you just got to, check yourself. Yeah. Check yourself to say, okay, why am I feeling this way? Because it be little things. Like just little petty things that doesn't need to be said. My grandmother used to say, you don't need to always communicate and say everything. They was married for 30-something years. Like, you don't need to always say something. Just let it go.
A lot of times we say more, not saying anything at all.
Right.
That's
hard.
True.
I'm a Gemini. I be praying, hoping. Sometimes I gotta pray to all of those. Because I'm naturally argumentative. Yeah. But that's something I had to learn. Yeah. And what's the thing about having issues with yourself is once you realize them, it's like a breath of fresh air. Yeah. It's when you running around and don't know that you got the issue.
Or don't want to acknowledge it. Right. You know you got some shit wrong with it. Right. But you don't really want to come to grips with
Right. Fucked up. You know what they used to say to me? I used to say, what they love about me, they hate about me.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because my crude business, aggressive, makes me money. But it can be combative to a loving relationship with my children, with my husband. So I have to stop running my loved ones like they are business.
So you don't think getting, they say you get more bees with honey, like having that balance and being fuck that.
That's what look like. I'm still in therapy. You got to work on that shit. Like, if you're 40-something years of being a certain way, it's hard. They say Black women are combative, but it's hard to be docile when I know I'm right. Like, it's hard to eat that. And even if I'm not right, I'm right in my mind. Listen, if this color is red on my list, but you say it's burgundy, it's fucking burgundy to you. I mean, it's what it is. Then you got to say, well, is the argument even worth doing? Like, is it, especially with somebody who you love? Now, if I don't know you, I'm cut them. Yeah. It is what it is. That's how I feel. Sometimes you have to be that way. But is it healthy?
Is it really healthy? Not at all.
It's not healthy.
So listen, Black women we're told that we are too aggressive and we're always bitchy and all of that. But I heard somebody say that it is kind of, I guess, misunderstood. Our aggression and the fact that you might think that we're bitchy and all of that is it can be a form of anxiety, if you will, that we're having, that is kind of putting up that defense, putting up that wall, or whatever. Do you agree with that?
Well, I'm not a therapist. That's what I would tell them. Listen, you don't have time to be. This is the thing. People want you to be so sympathetic to what they're going on. Nobody has time. You have to work on yourself. So can it be anxiety? Absolutely. They could have had a horrible childhood. Things happen to them that's horrible. We all have been through things, have lost that they're not dealing with. Just anxiety about, like, this COVID has a lot of people have anxiety about germs, diseases, losing things. A lot of people lost their jobs and stuff like that. The thing is, it's not for society to have to deal with that. It's for you to have to deal with that. Or you can be transparent. Hey, I'm feeling this way today, KiKi. I know you want to talk to me, not today. I love you. It's nothing you're doing. I'm going through something right now. So I think transparency is the best way. Sometimes when they call me, my sister be like, not today. I be like, not today. You know I love you, bitch. But not today. I just don't feel like it. Why?
I don't have the capacity.
Right. But I love you. I love you very much. I just can't do it right now.
Listen, how do you forgive a person who is not sorry?
Distance.
Really?
That's, I don't know if my thing is, I can be very mean, so I choose to space, because at the end of the day, it's not about them. I have to ask myself why I allowed this person to do what they did to me. Because I didn't have to be there. I didn't have to accept it. So I don't have to badger them or say negative things or post something on the internet. I know my value to everyone that I come in their life. I'm gonna cut you off. You're going to miss me before I miss you. So that's how I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to just cut you off. That's it. And I'm going to hurt doing that too, because it's like a loss. But I'm not going to go back and forth with you, because you're not that important. But sometimes it can be really close family friends. I experienced that. And it really hurts. But sometimes you got to choose. That's when it comes into choosing yourself first. Because if I don't have anything positive, I'm not that girlfriend that I don't like. I will never listen. Whoever watching, I'm never gonna talk about you behind your back and still hang out with you. If I don't like you, you fucking gonna know I don't like you. That's just my personality. I'm not at the cookouts. I'm not talking to you. We're not speaking on the phone. I don't do that. I can't do that. I don't have the personality for that.
You gotta be real these days. Right. You know, it's a damn shame. And a lot of people, you know, they go out here, they fake and phony and all that, you know, but a real one can read right through the bullshit. They really can.
Right.
Do you feel that Black men and Black women, do you feel that we have problems with making each other feel safe?
Yes, because I feel like Black women, not all, feel like they don't need a man to feel safe. We've been brainwashed to think that we can do it all, that men have no value. Our men almost feel devalued, like they're not needed. They don't need an answer. I can raise my son. I don't need you. He don't need his father. We're not talking about the money. Can you really raise your son?
No.
Can you really make him become a man? Can you really have those deep conversations with him? When you crying at night, can your girlfriend really hold you and stroke your back and give you what you need? No, come on now. You need your man. You need a man.
You need a man.
You just can't. But
or a partner.
Or other.
Yes.
Someone else to just love you. But we grew up with single family mothers that been scorned by their men, and they just put it in us, you know, girl, you can do it on your own. Yes, you can, but do you want to do it on your own?
Do you want to? You don't have to.
You can turn the key to a 5-bedroom house all you want, got all the cars in there, but if it's just you with crickets, you need a cat, a dog, you need something. Somebody got to be in there with you.
Somebody got to be.
Somebody, not every night. Maybe every Tuesday after 5. But you need somebody there.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all, I hope y'all are enjoying this discussion. I'm telling you, it's so much to unpack. It just, you know, what do you think are some clear signs that a person is crying for help?
Isolation. Aggressiveness. You ever had a girlfriend that you always get on the phone with her and it turned into an argument? Or you can tell her something and she always picked in that. Everybody's laughing and she's Debbie Downer, as they call it. Or even a guy friend that, or someone who pretends to always be happy. You got the girlfriend that's always happy.
Mhm.
So it's different signs.
You're like, bitch, that ain't real.
Right.
That's not real.
Well,
You know
you
damn well.
Bad day.
Yeah.
There could be anything, but I think isolation is definitely the or constantly on some type of social media, never getting out, never interacting, always find a reason not to go, to leave early, over drinking, overindulging in drugs, over sexualizing themselves, just a need for attention.
Yeah.
Any of those things.
Yeah.
Can
and none
really
of that is healthy. None of that is healthy.
No.
And I'm telling you, if you see somebody that are exhibiting those behaviors,
right.
you know, reach out to them. Take
Yes.
time. A lot of times we're so busy
Right.
in our own worlds that we don't stop and say,
Right.
hey, you good?
Yeah, you good.
And I need them 2 words.
Right.
You good.
Right. And if
Don't
you're not good, I'm here for you.
I'm here for you.
Right.
When you ready, I'm here for you.
Right.
Know
we
that.
don't need to talk about what you're going through.
You ain't gotta tell me
it's
nothing.
an outlet.
Because for real, I don't really want to hear this shit because I got 99 problems of my own. You understand what I'm saying? But are you good?
Right.
And when you ready to talk about it, I'm here for you. Because I'm going to tell you what worked for me. And I hope that works for you. And we can apply this to businesses. Right. We can apply this to everything. Tell them a little more about your businesses and, you know, shout your business out, whatever you want. You know.
So Alexis Luxury Salon Suites, we're located in Randallstown, Maryland. We have 20 suites in total. You can go, we accept pretty much everybody but tattoo artists just because of bloodborne pathogens. Obviously, you can't have them in the same building as people who do salons and stuff like that. You can do a 6-month lease or a year lease. You basically move in. I pay for everything, your dryer, your shampoo bowl, your styling station, your chair. You just move in and I pay for everything else and you service your business. We are open 24 hours and 24-hour access.
Nice. Tell us about this yacht. These yachts.
So coming from Maryland, I love to party. I don't know if you love to party. There's nothing like going out of town and booking something that you don't know you haven't put your hand. Because the pictures, listen, everybody had that horror experience where you didn't rented a party bus or a venue and you got there and it was 1978. You was like, well, wait a minute now, this is not the picture. Yeah. So what I decided to do, I said, okay, so the yachts are in Miami, but instead of going down there blind, I'm going with you. I'm doing all the way. I'm gonna go down there. They're my yachts. I'm gonna make sure it's if it's a Valentine's Day proposal, I'm putting the flowers in. I'm doing everything for you. All you have to do is show up, and then I'm touchable. So you don't have to worry about going down Miami and not knowing this. But I'm right in Maryland with you. I'm in Randallstown with my salon. If something didn't go right, come looking for me. You don't have to worry about me running off with your money. But it's just an experience. It's more like a bar. I have the grills on there. Instead of most of the people have catered, and the food is horrible. So we're doing it, and we have a grill. We're grilling. We have the jet skis. We have drinks if you want. If you don't want to have drinks, you don't have to. We do have yachts that can accommodate 24, 12, or 6 people. Whatever you might. I tell people, it's too high. You know, if you break 12, the amount of money up by 12 people, it comes up to like $600 a piece.
Nice.
You can't get that anywhere. Most of the time when you see people going to big groups, they all broke it down. You see them have villas. All of them probably put in. It's the 10-bedroom they already put in. That's what most of the people do. So that's what I'm selling, more so environment or experience. You know, it's like going down there having a wonderful time. Don't worry about not being tacky and it being a really, really nice time. And the yachts are, the pictures I put up are what it looked like. It doesn't look like anything else. That's the big difference.
And so no matter where you are, because you know we got VIPs all over the country. Okay, let's be clear, not just in Maryland. So no matter where you are, you can hit her up. And y'all see the IG information.
So it's Alexis VIP Yacht Club on Instagram. Or you can even go on Alexis Luxury Salon Suites because I promote it on both. So any of that, you go there and you see my face. Unless you say, Alexis, I don't want you to come to my party, then I'm not going to come. But if you're coming from California, I'm meeting you there in Miami. When you get there, you'll have a friendly face. It's not like you're going there, you don't know the person. I'm going to take you to where the yacht is at. You're going to get on. I'm going to make sure everything is set up before you pull off. Make sure your jet skis is there. When you get done, call me. Your concierge service is going to be there. And it becomes with the skipper and the gasoline. That's a big difference. A lot of people just want you to be docked. You're moving. If you don't want to be moving like me, because I get vertical, you know what I mean? You can just stay on shore. But it's definitely, what I'm selling is experience. I can do the reservation for your restaurant, your hotel, your plane ticket, of course, for a fee.
For a fee.
For a fee.
Girl gotta get the coins. That's
Right.
why she's Miss
Right. I can
CEO.
have a video. I can have people down there taking pictures for you. Whatever experience you want for you. I just want you to feel secure that you're gonna get it through me and you don't have to go there with no surprises.
I love the vibes.
Right.
I do.
Oh,
I
thank
hope
you.
that you all really tap into her because she has a wealth of knowledge, not only for this, but when she came to me, it was on some motivational stuff.
Right.
Like, how can I motivate the people?
Right.
Like, we had these affirmations that are just for,
Yes.
no shade,
Right.
but they like boring ass affirmations.
Right.
Like, we want some keeping it real
Keeping
affirmations.
Keeping it real.
And we gonna tag team partner
Yes.
and make this thing happen.
Mhm.
And she gonna go off and do her thing and inspire her people.
Yes.
I'm gonna inspire my people. And we're
Mhm.
gonna come together and it's
Right.
gonna be a big energy.
Big energy.
Big
I love
energy.
it. Big
That's
energy.
it.
Big
That's
energy.
it. That's what
Right.
it's all about.
Mhm.
So y'all, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this show.
Thank you for
I got a
having
quick game. This or
Okay.
that, real quick.
Okay.
You tell me either or.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Oh, talk or text?
Talk.
Captain Crunch or Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops.
Flats or drummies?
Drummies. I never flats.
Girl, I'm a drummy girl too. A lot of people order flats. Okay.
Yeah.
Beach or pool?
Beach.
Sneakers or sandals?
Heels.
Fuck that. Look better in the heels, okay?
Right.
Y'all should have seen the tip in here today, okay? I said, oh, bitch, okay. That's what we doing. That's how we doing it. I'm telling you, a day at the spa or a night on the town.
Day at the spa.
I hear it. Reading a book or catching a movie?
Catching a movie.
Rap or R&B?
Oof. Ratchet. Right.
Yeah. Sex in the bed or sex on the beach?
Oof. I'm taking on the beach.
Length or girth?
Ooh. Well, you can't have both. That's not fair.
Either or. Length or girth? Which one you want? Which one we giving?
Girth.
Sex on top or sex on the bottom?
Top. I'm a rider.
She a rider for life. Let's toast to this. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, you're a rider for life, okay? Listen, y'all, each week I give a motivational thought, right? And this week is about reveal and heal.
Sure.
Reveal the shit that you've gone through, right? Look in the mirror. Take an evaluation of things that have happened, the trauma that you've experienced, and just learn from it, okay? If you have to, write it down. This is what I want to reveal about my life. These are things that I'm contemplating. This is why I cry in silence. This is why I'm going through, maybe contemplating suicide. Write it down. Get it off of you. Say it in the mirror. Write it down. Text it to yourself. Do whatever you need to do. Reveal that thing. And then begin to heal from it. Because once it's out in the atmosphere, out in the universe, it's all for you. You're not carrying it on your back anymore. It's not inside you. It's not weighing heavy on your mind. It's out there. It's off of you. So now you can begin to work on that list.
Yes.
One thing at a time. I don't fuck whether you do 1 month, pick one thing, whether it's eating clean, whether it's getting in bed early, whether it is getting into this dress that is not a size 22, but a 12. Let's take 10 size, whatever it is. Work on it, okay? And give yourself some grace. Show gratitude. Be grateful for the things that I woke up and I even got a list. I woke up. Do y'all know how many motherfuckers is going to sleep and not waking up? It's real. So y'all hold on to that. I'm telling you, it will work. You will see a difference. And pray. Surrender that thing to God. Give it to God. He handle all of our stuff. He know even before we going through it. So give it to him. Why not? We want to get it off of us. Give it to him. And he will definitely help you through the journey of this thing called life. Y'all, this has been an amazing ride. I hope this won't be the last time.
And I'm going to close with this. And I say,
okay, please.
It's not easy, but it's worth it.
It's not easy, but it's so it's not easy, but you are worth it.
Yes, it's worth it.
That's it.
That's it.
I love it. I love it, y'all. I absolutely love it. And Thank y'all for tuning in each and every week on Damn Shame Podcast. Our next show is Monday, May 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all do not want to miss it. Be sure to follow my girl, Alexis, Miss CEO. Follow Damn Shame Podcast. Y'all, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. I love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Absolutely. Ow, ow. Hey.